after 7. I'm about 2 minute walk from where I have to teach, which takes me a long time to get to. It's it's the old age residence where I had to wait for a while before someone let me in. So I'm not walking there. I'm having some blueberries first. But I feel traumatized coming in, like some PTSD, like really, like, because this is where I had my, well, 30 streets down is where I had my gym, which went under. And it's just like the people, it reminds me of Jerry Springer crap, you know what I mean? It's just like, no. When I first got it, I didn't know, you know. I was like, oh, this is a nice area. It's working class. You would think people would be nice. I don't know. Oh yeah, we're the 22nd of July, 2025. Just to note that. All right, I'm pretty much here. The front door is, and just gonna sit here. I'm gonna have my leftover pancake from like several days ago, which was in the fridge. And I have a zucchini or cucumber, you know, the one that's wrapped up in plastic. The tip is getting a little, because I cut it in half, but I didn't have that for like a couple of weeks. The tip is kind of like all, but the rest is fine. So I packed it in with my lunch. Yeah, I'm early. I know they don't come to open up till 8, so, and the class starts at 8:30. Whatever, just kind of relax. I brought stuff to disinfect the mannequins. Hopefully I'll get a chance to do that. It was really rushed last time. It wasn't that bad getting ready. Obviously I can't do any other work except just prepare my stuff, but I had left all my pens and stuff in another pair of sweatpants and I forgot those. But I always have my pencil box, so that's not a big problem. So I'm not stressing over it. I'm not on caffeine either. Just like yesterday. No, yesterday was off. I had caffeine yesterday, but Sunday when I was terrible, when you get into it, it just kind of, as you're teaching, it just gets better. For me, I just kind of distract myself. But then right after, then I'm like all back to the depressed, you know. I'm almost ready. I've been flossing my teeth a bit. I have my teeth stuff, but you know, I have a little AC joint pain. Yesterday I did a lot on my chest and my shoulders, so it's probably too much. But you know, just be aware of it. Let the inflammation go down. Yeah, so I went in, but I had to ring for them to let me in, but the person who answered the phone said, well, send someone. I'm like, I don't expect anyone. I don't know. So far, there's no one. Yeah. It's just so weird. I don't know if the person in, last time someone let me in initially, and she said no one comes till like 8 o'clock. So, but there are a lot of people coming from the back, but I think they have their own fob or something to get in, or code. So that probably means I won't be able to have time to disinfect the mannequins. We'll see. Stay calm. So it's 6:23 a.m. This is the second day in a row going to this workplace. I have those bags. I don't have the big hockey bag, but it's still a lot to carry around. I have one baby mannequin in that blue bag. Got the first aid bandages in that red bag, and the bag next to the red bag is heavy. It's and then I got my food and all that, and I have tomorrow to work at the regular spot, which I only have 3 contracts in August with them. They didn't give me any with the early childhood care. So that kind of stimulated, I had, after the class, teaching the class yesterday, which, by the way, it was just terrible, but whatever. Like, sometimes at residences, and they're nurses, and they're just idiots. you know. But anyways, so one of them, and she was, saying you should go to schools. There's a lot of money to be, and she's still in school. It's like, but part of me feels bad because it's like, I want to get big contracts. So, all right. So we are 7:40 a.m. It's did I mention the date? It's the 24th, I think, or 23rd of July, 2025. Anyways, I'm about to go in and wait at the door again like I did yesterday. See if someone lets me in like they did yesterday. Very random, because the person on the, or maybe not, I don't know, the person, I don't know how they work, but it's just really shady. It's just like, not shady, but creepy. Unorganized. Yeah. Oh yeah. When I got up yesterday to prepare to teach, there were already like 6 people there. And they were all talking and all jovial. The dum-dums of them. And they're nurses. And one person who's actually working nights, and I don't know, that's another situation. They thought it was at 7. I'm like, I say, it doesn't start till 8:30. And like, what? And I really think the boss, the person up there, whatever, made them come early because they're pretty much delinquents. I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's 5:48 a.m. on Friday, the 25th of July, 2025. I just started my caffeine dose. It's been 3 days because I was teaching. And then 1 day of caffeine before that, and then, oh, is this broken? Yeah. I actually just put on quickly some sunscreen. The Banana Boat. I think it's called Banana Boat, the one at Walmart, the big yellow tube. They sell it at the pharmacies too. It doesn't cause that much watering in the eyes, but I didn't want to put it on because I wanted to, get up and go. But I got up at 4 instead of 3 because I went to bed around 10. I don't even think I got 6 hours sleep, but I said to myself I had to keep the rhythm because tomorrow I'm working. But that's another problem. The person sending the lists is on vacation because I sent her my completed list from the teaching, and there's an automatic message, so she's on vacation until the 28th. So I'm like, okay, do I have to send a message for the list for tomorrow to the owner also? And I'm like, I'm a little worried because I never answered his phone calls. Because I don't answer phone calls. Anyways, And I thought I would take today, like I wanted to kind of organize today with times at the library to get the work I need to catch up on and to get steps in while doing that. To just kind of block my day out like that. It's not starting well with not that much sleep, but even if I got more sleep, I'd still be drowsy. Yeah. Oh, they got a front door here. That's nice. On this new construction behind me. Nice little doors there. Anyways, we'll see how today goes. I don't think it's going to be a strong day because of the lack of sleep, and I have to catch up on so many things, but we'll see how it goes. But I also wanted to take the time to transfer some of the workout info from my bullet journal to my notes, keep up to date on that. And the trick is to kind of block a time. If I stay in the same place, I'm only doing parts of things, and there's so many things I have to catch up with. It's terrible. It's getting humid. Anyways, hold on a second. Sorry. Anyways, I got out within 2 hours. And that's with going to the bathroom twice, which is a process. Doing what I can. So yesterday brought me to tears because the day before, I think I mentioned, or maybe I mentioned it in a live yesterday, that this girl who was in an English speaking girl in my class, and she came an hour and a half late for the second day because she was out of it. But anyways, she talked about she's working as a caregiver at that residence where I was teaching, or orderly, whichever you want to call it. She's going to nursing school, and then she's going to go to nursing practitioner school, and there's a bridging course which will make her a doctor. I had to ask her several times, like, what? Can you explain that again? How? And she's always advocating for English speaking. I'm like, okay, I know nothing of that. I don't pay attention. It's, anyways. And I felt bad afterwards because I'm like, wow, I guess the drive to, be a doctor and go through loopholes and all that stuff. But I don't want to be a doctor. I don't even want to be a nurse, you know what I mean? So there's that, but then, I'm teaching, but then, the problem with teaching these CPR classes is like, I'm reading Facebook posts. It's a struggle. And can't get my own clients and all that stuff. So another guy yesterday, like yesterday's class was so weird. We finished early because when during the week at the community center, like you can tell people don't want to be there. But when I'm teaching, also I realize you get to realize who doesn't answer. Like people don't answer questions initially; they're all shy. But a lot of times it's because it's not their first language, and whatever. But then some people loosen up a bit, And then there's the second half of the class where there was only like 4 people, which is fine. And anyways, as we were finishing, One guy who I did not know was an English speaker. Like, he had this accent, and I was like, oh, how did I not catch that? Because I'm English speaking. You know, I teach the classes in French. But French may not have been his first, obviously not his language. I kind of got that, but I was like, I don't know. It was questionable language origins. So he comes up to me afterwards. Well, he got mistakes. I had to have him redo some of them. He said that as he handed me his finished exam, that he has trouble with comprehension and stuff. I'm like, how do I not catch that? Like, people just hide it, and sometimes you never know until near the end. So I've mentioned before, like, I kind of assume people need repetition and don't know how people learn. So I just find out all the info after. So anyway, so he comes up to me and after correcting it the second time, and he says, are you a nurse, or do you teach nursing or whatever? I'm like, no. It was a weird question. And I don't know, something prompted me to say why. It looks like I should be a nurse or teach nurse or whatever. And then he brought up he said, like, because you're a good teacher. And there people in nursing, because he was in nursing, and now he's in construction, going for police, and like he's, hopping. He had quit nursing because of, the vaccination thing. He didn't take vaccines, so he couldn't, whatever. So we're kind of in the same boat, like trying to figure out life. But he brought up the same bridging courses that, I can become just a nursing teacher, teaching. And I love teaching, and I love the information. You go through the nursing school, which I don't mind, which will open up a lot of doors of teaching. And then, like, he was mentioning all that stuff. I'm like, where is this? How do But you have to pay out of pocket. But then afterwards, that became a problem because of my financial situation, I guess. But I have to inquire. And I mentioned the whole doctor program about the girl. And he's like, yeah, they don't have that on the French side here. I'm like, so 2 people bringing that up to me 2 days in a row, and I'm like, and I've been struggling with, wanting to teach and wanting to, you see, it's getting me emotional now. Like, how did these signs just kind of popped up in my head, popped up right in my face? It's like, I can't figure things out for myself. There has to be people on the outside telling it to me. So I have to calm down again. I'm gonna go work out. The gym's right there, where the 2 bums are. That was pre-planned. No, I didn't. But yeah, let me go.